Hello everyone, and welcome to this, and I really didn't want to have to ever really make one of these videos, but as is with life, I think it's inevitable, but this video is really dedicated to the memory of Chris Herrera, aka 916Chris, who is a guy a lot of people know from, YouTube and Twitter and other forms of media, as he was a big sport, or not super sports fan, but I guess I should say combat sports fan, who tragically passed away, I believe last night, after an incident where he was in, ICU and just couldn't make it. I found out about this today and I'm beyond stunned. I considered Chris a pretty good friend on the world of social media, always commenting on my wrestling videos or MMA videos, or just, tweeting anything fun for me. So, I'm pretty upset about this. I know a lot of people are. I've seen a lot of people sending their condolences to Chris's family because he was such a great guy. Really someone that would take the time to get to know you just on a basis, not because he felt he had to, but just because he wanted to. He's always curious to know more about fight fans and the style of stuff they liked. But if you talked to him once, you felt like you knew him 1,000 times or for 1,000 years. So I'm very upset about this. I found Chris's stuff through YouTube, just trying to see the different styles of communities, because obviously, being a part of the wrestling YouTube community back in, 2008, 2009 and stuff like that, it was pretty interesting to see other forms of communities out there in terms of combat sports with the MMA community. And Chris, who was in the boxing / MMA community, I thought it was very cool and a very fun, down-to-earth guy, really easy to get along with, and always liked talking to you about what you thought about the sports and stuff like that. I'm just, as you can see, I'm just blown away. I don't know what the right words are. I will say, the guy, always generous. He had a radio show back in the old Blog Talk days, and said that he gave me the opportunity to do some early podcast stuff on his show, co-hosting. He didn't have to ask me. He had a lot of other friends in MMA communities and stuff of that nature that, may have done better than me, but he just wanted his way to ask me. So I'm very thankful for that. Always fun to talk to him. He'd give you great advice on anything, not just talking, MMA or boxing or even pro wrestling or anything like that. He'd give you great advice on life. Sometimes if I had a issue with, women or anything like that, I'd ask him, because he's a pretty down-to-earth guy and always gave great advice and had great life experience. For a guy the one thing that was always striking to me about Chris was when I found out he was a paraplegic. He never made that an issue, always never made it seem like you couldn't approach him or anything like that. Was always just such a down-to-earth person, and that never ever came up, or you were never weirded out by anything of the sort like that. He just made it seem like it, never complained. I'm not going to let my disability or anything go from, to prevent me from making videos or being a part of these communities or going to some MMA shows. I know he was at the WEC one and only pay-per-view, which was in Sacramento, his hometown. So, he was just such a great guy. This is just so horrible. I'm beyond sad. I guess the one thing I wanted to say before I, cut this off pretty quickly is the WrestleMania 31 review I did with Brandon, Instant Classic 8. Not that I don't like talking to Brandon about wrestling or anything like that, but he wanted to see us do a video and review WrestleMania, because he liked also what Brandon was talking about and Brandon's style of things. So he really wanted to see us collab on a video, since we'd done some stuff but hadn't done anything in forever. Really wanted to, and I'm really happy that the two of us could actually get together and make the time to do it, because I think a lot of people enjoyed it, but I think Chris especially enjoyed it. As well, the only other story I can really tell is last year when I went to both Bellator in Aurelia and the ROH shows that were in Toronto. He wanted me to make sure I got a picture with Jordan Breen, who's, with the Sheerdog crew and everything like that. And he is a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of him. That's one of the reasons how we bonded was Jordan Breen's work at Sheerdog. Made sure I got a picture. Well, I saw Jordan Breen running out to have a smoke break. Made sure to have a picture with him and made sure to let Chris know I got that. So I'm pretty upset about this. My condolences go out to his family. For such a guy that was a big fighter in life, a big fight fan, but more importantly, an even better friend. So, Chris, rest in peace. I'll miss you, man.